Thanks very much. Thanks everyone for your time today. Look, I'm really excited to be part of Cazaly. They do have a great history and it's a great company to be a part of. It's run like a business, so for me moving from General Manager of Exploration across to Cazaly was a great thing. Clive has taught me many things about investment opportunities, and I think Cazaly is a fantastic investment opportunity, and I'll go through the process and explain why I think that is. So today I'm here to tell you about the Goongarrie Gold Project, and I'll go into a little bit of detail about our other projects, but not too much. If you'd like to talk to me about anything else, including this project, please come and see me at booth 2. There's the usual disclaimers. So as I mentioned, the business has run for quite some time now, and it is run by, well, we run it like a business. We try and generate revenue streams where we can, and we also look to have 1 or 2 key flagship projects which we'll work and add value to and advance ourselves. We'll also look to acquire various other projects where we think we can add value and divest these to potentially gain a revenue stream via sale, IPO or joint venture, whatever we think will add the most value for our shareholders moving forward. We do have a fairly tightly held register, so directors and management, we do have quite a lot of skin in the game. We've got up to about 21%. Our share price closed yesterday at 2.8 cents, and we had cash and investments at the end of June about 3.2 million. We've still got about 3 there. And our market cap is 13 million. So this is a great investment opportunity. We've got lots of room for growth here through discovery at Goongarrie and plenty of potential for movement in our share price. As I mentioned before, the revenue streams, we also do have a couple of future royalty streams. So the Parker-Rain iron ore project, for example, that was with MinRes, that has been sold to a private company, and they are currently mining that. They're at about, say, 8.5 million tonnes. Once that gets to 10 million tonnes, we'll obtain a revenue stream, 50 cents a tonne. Now we expect that will be about roughly $1 million per annum, obviously depending on their rate of mining. This is our leadership team. So Clive Jones, the founder of the company, still with us as chairman, which is fantastic. He does have a long history in the industry, both in exploration, production and corporate development as well. Myself, as mentioned, I finished up as General Manager of Exploration at Regis Resources in 2021, so just 4 years ago. I've been with the company for 4 years. And so that is my history. I've got a long history in the goldfields, predominantly gold exploration and gold mining. I know what resources look like. We fast-tracked 6 million ounces through discovery and into development at Regis, so that was a fantastic ride. All up, we've got, I think, over 170 years experience on this page. So we know what we're doing, and we just do like to get on with it. This is our location. So the Goongarrie Gold Project is in the heart of the goldfields. We've recently entered into a joint venture with Brightstar on this project to earn up to 80%. And with the amazing gold prices that we're looking at now, there's never been a better time to get back into gold. So I'm really excited about this play. This is a little zoom into the Brightstar joint venture tenements. So you can see we have 2 tenement packages here. We are just an hour drive north of Kalgoorlie. The important piece here is we are on the Bardoc Tectonic zone. Now this is a very well-known mineralised shear system. It runs all the way through Kalgoorlie through to St Ives at the south. It's host to multi-million ounce gold deposits, and we have an opportunity here to make new discoveries. There's plenty of mineralisation surrounding us. We've got big players surrounding us. Genesis have the Aphrodite deposit down there, and that's about 1.5 million ounces. We have Gorilla Gold to the west of us, and they're having great success at their Lakeview project in Comet Vale. And we've also got mills in the district, so we can sort of make discoveries, expedite these to resources, and get cracking quite quickly. The beauty about this package is, as well, it is relatively untested at depth. And that's the beauty of the goldfields. There is still plenty of opportunity out there. As I mentioned, we're on the Bardoc Tectonic zone. You can see we have 2 tenement land holdings. Currently, we've been focused on the southern tenement holding. Now, this is because we have access to this area and we do have a number of existing pits which sits outside our licences, but it's a great place to be exploring because we drive straight off the highway and we're there and we can attack it really readily with RC drilling, air core drilling. We've just completed our first phase of RC drilling and got some great results that I want to discuss with you. But I would like to highlight the location of Goongarrie Gold's project, which is Comet Vale and Lakeview there. Now, they've been drilling at depth underneath old workings and they've got some great results, 19 metres at 18.1 grams per tonne and 11 metres at 24.8 grams per tonne. So, you know, this is sort of the potential that you have in the goldfields. We have potential for shallow mineralisation, but also significant extension of these mineralised systems at depth. So that's the RC rig, and this is our very first drilling campaign. We just got this project into the portfolio at the end of March, so we're moving as quickly as we can here. We got all of the approvals through. We did have some historical drill holes there. You can see 8 metres at 10.7 grams per tonne. So the idea of this first RC drilling campaign was really to validate the historical results, make sure that the grade was in the ground, and then we did a couple of other little holes where we thought, you know, we had a bit of a geological target that we wanted to test and had some great success there as well. I'm just going to zoom in now to the Duke of York area and show you the results that we got. So as I said, following up on some historical drill results, see exactly what we're looking at here. Phase 1 RC drilling, and we got 6 metres at 10.3 grams per tonne, and this is a shallow intercept from 27 metres down hole. 10 metres at 5.7 grams per tonne, another shallow intercept at 30 metres down hole, and 3 metres at 3.8 grams per tonne from 169. So this shows that we do have continuity at depth. Now, the Duke of York system is a narrow vein, high grade system, and we do see supergene enrichment there. And then we stepped out 350 metres to the south and drill tested a target that we had in the ultramafic. Now, that was a really exciting hole to drill, and we got 19 metres at 1.5 grams per tonne from 104 metres down hole. Now, this really opens up the area for more strike extension of exploration on that area, and we have now potential for narrow vein high grade mineralisation plus broader shear-hosted mineralisation. A great combination of having the goldfields. This is the Duke of York example cross-section, if you like, where we got 10 metres at 5.7. And just to show you what the gold looks like, this is an important part of the process as well. So we do 1 metre samples, of course, of all of our anomalous intercepts. And on the right-hand side there, you'll see some gold in the pan. We have 2 metre size fractions, but also hopefully you can see that there's a lot of very fine gold in there, and that is important when it comes to processing. And that particular sample ran at 41.9 grams per tonne. This is what the cross-section looks like 350 metres south at Duchess. This is in a different lithology, and this mineralisation is open in all directions, so it's really exciting. We don't know yet where it comes to surface, but that's certainly what we're going to be looking for in our next phase of drilling. We've also had the opportunity to do some good homework on this and get our geophysics reprocessed. Thank you, Fathom and Amanda. Well done. And this is an amazing data set. From a geological point of view, what this has highlighted is structures that have never been seen before in the historical data sets. This enables us to characterise existing gold deposits, generate new targets, but also look for analogies of those old targets. So opens up new doors for us and increases the pipeline of targets that we have to test. This is our current air core drilling campaign. You'll see the air core rig there on the top right. Now, that's what it looks like when there's a sunny day. When it's raining and miserable, the guys go out prospecting. So this is also not a bad thing. We learn a lot about the ground. We are able to map these old workings, the orientations, which are really important. And they also get the opportunity to poke around in the mullock dumps. And you can see we're just picking up mullock with visible gold in it, which is pretty exciting, really encouraging. And there's plenty of these old workings that are yet to be tested at depth. So we've got great opportunity ahead of us for multiple discoveries in this district. Moving south a little, I just spoke about Duke of York and Duchess there. If I go 5 kilometres to the south, this is just on the southern licence now, we have the Hastings prospect. This is an historical drill hit of 38 metres at 3.1 grams per tonne. This is really significant. We've got great mineralisation to the south, Genesis with 1.7 million ounces, and also Ardea had a discovery 5 years ago with some great results as well, 8 metres at 4.9, etc. So that is another area of opportunity for us and another target that we will be testing in the future. To add to that, we've recently acquired some new ground in the district. We do like to consolidate where we can. We picked up E29 1212 and 1211 in the north, and you can see this has now joined our tenement package. We hold those 2 licences 100%. The other 2 areas are the joint venture with Brightstar. So this has added another 8 kilometre strike extent of mineralised shear system that we had about 20 kilometres to test already. So we're growing the package, we've got more targets to test. A good one there on the northern licence is Sir Lawrence. And you can see that's on a northwest structure. These are quite important in the area, we know that. Certainly at Lakeview, that's a very important structure that they're having a lot of success on. And we've also got a number of parallel structures, so you'll see the great eastern trend on the eastern side. And this has also been relatively untested. Those gold numbers actually came out from nickel exploration, so just hasn't been tested for gold. So therein lies the opportunity for us. Cazaly sits, if you like, just at the lifting point on the Lassonde curve. I believe we're going to go into a bit more detail in that later today. So we're in a fantastic position here. We're in a well-known mineralised zone. We've got giant deposits around us, and we've got plenty of potential for multiple discoveries on this ground. I'm really excited about it. I've seen the rocks myself, and I know what economic mineral deposits look like. So it's, plenty of opportunities ahead and a really exciting story coming up. A bit of a summary of what we've done and where we're heading now. So the joint venture I mentioned with Brightstar is a great deal. It's a $3 million spend over a period of 4 years, which we can fast track at any stage to earn 80% equity. Now, we did manage to fast track most of our approvals as well, and we got on the ground with an RC drill rig, got great results straight off the bat, and identified a new gold target at Duchess that is open in all directions and needs to be followed up. We also got our geophysics reprocessed, so we have multiple structural targets to test. So we're really looking forward to getting on the ground and doing more of that. We do have an air core rig on the ground at the moment, drilling when it can between the rainstorms, but nonetheless we intend to advance air core drilling and RC drilling before the end of the year. Then we'll regroup, assess our prospectivity, rank all of our targets, and then hit it hard again next year. That's the opportunity with Cazaly. If you've got any questions or would like to come see me at the booth, please do.